Thank you, Chris. Well, there's now a confirmed case of coronavirus here in the state of Minnesota. Here's what we know about the patient. According to Minnesota's Department of Health, it is an older resident from Ramsey County, that's just north of the Twin Cities. The person apparently traveled on a cruise ship that had a known COVID-19 case. They, too, started to develop symptoms on February 25th. They're now in isolation at home, recovering. Just hours after the case was announced, Governor Tim Walz and the Department of Health addressed the state.
This is cause for concern, but not panic. Certainly not unexpected. The likelihood that we would see one or more cases certainly has been going up steadily in recent days, as we have seen the increases in number of cases in other states as well as around the globe.
Meantime, the impact of coronavirus being felt all over the world, including our own communities. In particular, people in churches might notice changes in how they worship this weekend. KIMT News 3's Isabella Basco joins us live with a big announcement from the Diocese of Winona-Rochester. Isabella.
Pax Christi is part of the Diocese of Winona-Rochester, and just a few days ago, the diocese announced that parishioners should stop shaking and holding hands during Mass. Churches are also going to stop distributing precious blood or wine as part of their services, and it's all in an effort to prevent the spread of coronavirus. And I'm hearing what Catholics have to say.
It's Lent, the perfect time for a Midwest Friday fish fry. This gathering is a tangible example of faith bonding a community. But as coronavirus spreads, the physical nature of faith is changing. Parishioners, including Marjorie, are no longer holding hands, hugging and kissing cheeks.
And it's such a part of our worship service to be connected to the other people, the strangers or old friends.
When we do have that part in the liturgy, in the Mass, we do still turn to one another and wave or somehow make a gesture. Sometimes it's a namaste greeting.
Assisi Heights suspended the use of the blood of Christ at the end of December, since the sisters can be susceptible to illness.
We just didn't want to take any chances. We usually do this in the wintertime for influenza or cold, spreading of colds here at Assisi Heights.
Sister Mary Elliott Crowley says faith goes beyond tradition.
And our faith has to go deeper than the consecrated bread or the consecrated cup.
There are other ways you can participate in that. It's just different.
The diocese wants to remind parishioners to always practice good hygiene by washing hands before Mass and using hand sanitizer. Live in Rochester, Isabella Basco, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Isabella. At this time, the bishop of the diocese says he will continue to hold Mass, but reminds parishioners that illness is a legitimate reason to miss a service. Well, one question you might have about coronavirus